Whee! What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Minecraft Singleplayer UHC, and as you can see, I'm having so much fun with my new elytra. I love just being able to go around places so quickly and easily. But today, guys, we are going to be working on a project that's actually going to suit us very well. So, as you know, to boost up with elytras and glide, you need to use rockets, because rockets launch you up into the air. But rockets are kind of expensive, you know, they require gunpowder, they require paper. So I decided I want to make a farm that'll do both, give me sugarcane and gunpowder. So I've started already by I just got lost. I started off by building this platform. So my idea is I want to make kind of like a farm turducken, if you will. So I want a creeper farm to be in the center here, have that be surrounded by a sugarcane farm, and then have that be surrounded by a pixel art of a rocket. So it's going to be, it's like a turducken, but I want to name it something differently. So I'm thinking a rocker cane, because rocket, creeper, and sugar cane, right? A rocker cane. It's a good idea. It's a good name, trust me. But first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the sugarcane farm. So I've spent a lot of time on top of building this big platform. I've spent a lot of time gathering the resources that I'm gonna need to build the sugarcane farm. So you see here, I've got a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of sugarcane, a lot of redstone-y type stuff. You may be able to guess how this is gonna look based on, you know, all the materials I brought. Also this stuff too. I'm gonna build that first, then I'm gonna build the creeper farm, then I'm gonna build the pixel art of a rocket afterward. But yeah, this is gonna be a long project because there's a lot of steps to it. But I think it's gonna be fun. I think at the end it's gonna look pretty good and gonna give me a bunch of rockets. So yeah, without further ado, I think I'm going to jump into a building time-lapse. I've never actually done one of these, so I don't know how to do like these cinematic shots, but I'll try. I'll try my hand at it. Let's go. So I was just about to record a clip where I described the sugarcane farm, talked about how it worked and stuff, and then this guy just waltzed in with his llamas. Dude, you're ruining everything. This cannot stand. This cannot stand at all. I will not allow this. This is not okay. You should not be here. You or your friend. Where's that other guy? Where is he? Get down here. Get down here so I can whack ya. Sir, you are trespassing on private property, and I'm going to have to ask you to leave, or I'm going to have to use excessive force. You don't want me to have to do that, do you? I guess he does. Sorry, I told you, you were either you had to leave, or I was gonna use force. You forced my hand, man. Anyway, so now that that's done and over with, I can explain how this sugarcane farm works. So, what we have here are set up. There's water underneath this cobblestone right here. That is what is watering the sugarcane, allowing it to grow. When the sugarcane grows up, at least when one of these 3 stalks here grows to full height, 3 blocks tall, the observer will detect it. And since the observers are powering this redstone here, when this redstone lights up, it'll make these pistons here push out, which will make all the sugarcane fall onto the floor. And then there's a hopper minecart down here that will pick all of that sugarcane up and will dispense it into these hoppers. These hoppers will then take the sugarcane down into this dispenser here. Now, the reason I have a dispenser up instead of like a chest is because the sugarcane is then actually going to be dispensed into a flowing water system that will take the sugarcane to a centralized location where I'll have chests and stuff, and it'll be great. It'll be great. So obviously this is pretty resource intensive. I wanted to make these sugarcane farms just go 2, 3, 4 layers tall. That's going to take a lot. That's going to take a lot of hoppers specifically. These hoppers, they you know, each hopper is only 5 iron, but, you know, multiplied by hundreds and hundreds of hoppers, that adds up. So it's a pretty expensive project, but I need to sleep. So while this is very resource intensive, I do have enough hoppers for at least 1 more of these chamber things. The first one went here. I want the next one to go here. And with the power and magic of editing, I can make it appear before your very eyes. So, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, and look at that. I am such a magician. Oh man, I'm patting myself on the back. Anyway, so I forgot to mention before, this is a design that is inspired by J-Wisp. I'll link his video on his sugarcane farm tutorial in the description. Also, you know, he used stone bricks, which look a lot nicer. I'm using cobblestone. It looks ugly, I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. This looks so ugly. But, you know, when the pixel art goes up and the creeper farm goes up, we're not really going to see this anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Also, while I was working on this section of the farm, one of the sugar canes in here grew and the thing, it all reset, the pistons extended. Previously on Pizza. I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see the very first harvest of the sugarcane farm. Oh, okay. Whew, that actually made me jump. There we go. So that is the sugarcane farm in action. So all that sugarcane, yep, it's all getting picked up. So it should all be going into these hoppers and filtering through into here. Yes, okay, so 33 so far from that. That's a pretty good yield. Okay, back to the present. It works perfectly, works beautifully. I'm very pleased with it. So that's great. That's great to know that this works. I didn't mess anything up or anything like that. Also, to save resources, I think I'm going to just connect these rails and connect them just throughout the whole thing with this future sector that will be built and this one also, so that I can have one single hopper minecart instead of 4, and just have this one going around the whole shebang. So let's see if I... Oh, okay, well this just went off again. Darn, that keeps scaring me. Okay, so if I place this down here, I go here, I wait for it to come through. I have this out here. Okay, I break this block and then I place this block. Oh wait. I forgot I have to there. Okay. Just in time. So now it won't just fly off the edge. Cool. So now it goes over to there. Goes around slowly. Turns. And goes all the way there before bouncing back. But unfortunately, guys, I have run out of hoppers. I have 9 left, but that is not enough for a 3rd sector. So I think I'm gonna have to go mining again. I don't want to, but it has to be done. Let's do it. Well, that was a long and painful process, but it's all worth it because I got mad stacks. Mad stacks of hoppers. I don't think I could ever get bored of flying with my elytra. I mean, this is just so fun. I'm flying. As long as I don't take damage on the landing, I should be okay. Nice. Well, guys, it looks like we encountered our first problem. I did not seem to have built the glass tall enough, and so it looks like sometimes when the sugarcane breaks, it'll land on top of the glass instead of on the dirt. You know, that's fine, actually, because the glass is going to be taller eventually because I'll be building multiple layers of this farm. But for now, I should probably just build the glass up. Oh, gosh. Why does that always scare me? And this has happened a couple times now. These things just, when it activates, it just scares me. There's so many pistons going off at once. That sound scares me. Anyway, I should probably just build the glass layer up one more. I'm in the process of building this third part right now, but I guess I have to do that just so that that doesn't happen again. Oh wait, did it despawn? No, it did not. Just so that the sugarcane will always fall on the dirt. Ring around the rosy, pockets full of posy, ashes, ashes, we all farm sugarcane. That was an odd segue. I'll be the first to admit that was a little weird, but the sugarcane farm, as you can see, the first layer of it is completed. And I am just mesmerized by watching this hopper minecart just... I don't know, something about it is just so addicting. So, I don't know if I've told you guys this already, but my thought process for this is that I'm going to sort of combine the creeper farm and the sugarcane farm in terms of, you know, their functionality. The creeper farm uses flowing water to push the creepers to where I want them to go, where they will die. And I want to use that flowing water for the sugarcane as well. So the sugarcane will also flow down into a collection system. That is why I use dispensers instead of chests, so that the dispensers, when there's sugarcane in them, they will fire and into the water and they'll flow down. However, you know, the way dispensers work, they don't just fire on their own. You know, they need some sort of redstone signal. And I am proud to say that I came up with a very compact redstone circuit that will be able to act as a clock and continually activate the dispenser so that sugarcane will just continuously fire out of it. Now, I'm sure that someone else has already come up with this because someone else has always come up with everything ever, because there's always going to be some genius out there who's faster than I am with these things, but I have not seen anyone make this yet. So, I'm not stealing from anyone, okay? Also, I have to sleep. Where's my bed? Ah! So I'm going to use this dispenser here as my example for you guys. So the way this works, it's very simple. You got to put 2 blocks here outside of this dispenser. The first one here is going to be your redstone repeater. You're going to set it to a longer delay. You put a redstone dust down here, and you put a block right here. On top of that block, you're going to put a redstone dust again, have a block here, and then the final piece, I know we've only put down like 5 things and we're already almost done, is this redstone torch. And as you see, this acts as a clock. So every time the redstone lights up, it activates this dispenser, and if I were to put stuff like sugarcane into it, it would fire off every, I guess, 4/10 of a second, because that's what we set the repeater delay to. Now, the interesting thing about this clock is that it only works in 1.16 and beyond. So the way that the 1.16 update worked is it's most well known as the Nether update, right? They added all the new biomes and mobs and stuff, but they also snuck in some changes to the redstone mechanics, specifically with redstone dust. So before, in earlier versions of the game, if you put down a singular redstone dust, it would just look like this, just a little dot on the ground. But now, it looks more like this, so you have these kind of tails going off in every direction. So that is what allows this clock to work. So the way it works is, when you have this redstone torch here, it activates this redstone dust and this repeater, which activates the dispenser, and it activates this redstone dust. Now, before redstone dust just on its own being put down, it would not power any of these blocks next to it. This glass, this dirt, or this cobblestone. As you see, if I revert it back to, 1.15 and before redstone, it doesn't work, because it doesn't power anything. But now, it actually powers this cobblestone block, which depowers this redstone torch, which depowers this redstone and this repeater and the torch, and then it just cycles. So that's actually kind of cool, utilizing the new 1.16 redstone mechanics. I'm going to be using this design for all of the dispensers because it's, it's pretty simple. I have to destroy some of the glass here that was put here. Obviously, there's no glass here, but it doesn't really matter. That glass doesn't serve too much of a function anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of this, because I'm not really a redstone type of person, but, I was just fiddling around in a creative world, and I was like, hey, this is a clock. That's cool. And the rest is history. Okay, so now that we've got 4 of these guys click-clacking all about, it is time to build the creeper farm part of this mega combo farm. So, this is a design by Shulkercraft. I will link his video in the description, just as I will with J-Wisps. But essentially, this bottom part is like a collection system for the creepers that utilizes flowing water to transport them to a centralized location. So the creepers will all be spawning, and other mobs. I mean, it's not just creepers, but it's built specifically so that it's mostly creepers. They will be spawning on platforms up there. They will fall off, and they will drop down into this water system that'll flow them down into the middle. So we've got to build that, and it's going to take a lot of water buckets. So I'm not going to take you all through the ins and outs of all that. You can watch Shulkercraft's video on it. This is starting to look kind of ominous. I'm surrounded by just a circle of cobblestone, encasing me in, not letting me out. And surrounded by that, the ever-present hopper minecart. No! I don't know. I think the clicking is getting to me. It's just tick, 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 just all day, every day. This is what my life is gonna be for the next couple days as I build this thing. I'm halfway through building this thing, and I'm starting to notice just how unclean and ugly cobblestone looks when it's just all just thrown around. Some cobblestone here and there, that's tasteful, that's nice, but just this everywhere cobblestone, yeah, I'm not liking it. I mean, I was saying, before, how once I encase this whole thing in the rocket pixel art, it'll be fine. People won't be able to see all of this cobblestone, but I see it. I see it right now. You guys are seeing it right now, too. I regret my life choices. And at long last, the collection system is finally complete. So, as you can see behind me, we have some magma blocks right there with some fence gates. That is where all of the items will go to. Under those magma blocks, there is another hopper minecart that's going on rails, that's going around collecting any items that fall down there, And I need to show you guys the pathway I've made to that collection system. So if I jump down here without taking fall damage, good. If I jump down here, it's on the other side. Oops. If I go over this way, you'll see this little protrusion that has been created outside of the main platform. So the idea is that this is kind of a landing bay area. You walk down here and you end up right here. You see the hopper minecart going around, and there are a couple hoppers there. The hopper minecart will put the items it gets into those hoppers. Those items will go into this chest, and then into these hoppers, and then into this chest. So, do we have any items already? Okay, we do. We have some stuff that I guess was collected from when I was building this stuff, and we have 39 more sugarcane. As I've been building this, I've been getting a lot of sugarcane, actually. I should show you guys. I think it's in this shulker box. Yes, it is. So we have just over, what is that? That's 12, just over 12 stacks of sugarcane. That's a lot. That would be 36 stacks, I think, of rockets. But that can only be turned into rockets if we also have gunpowder. So I need to build those platforms above that area up there for the creepers to spawn. But I'm not going to do that right now because I've already spent a lot of time building all of this stuff, all of these hoppers, all of the sugarcane, all of that water in there. So I have to sleep soon. So anyways, guys, I am going to leave off this episode now. As you can see the sun setting behind me. Let's actually watch the sunset for a bit. So peaceful, isn't it? Just the sun setting in the ocean. You know, it's just me here. Only me. I'm the only human in this cold, cruel world. I should sleep. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Minecraft Single Player UHC. In the next episode, I will keep working on this so that eventually, pretty soon, hopefully, we will have our rocket farm done. Yeah. I don't know. I'm tired. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye!